Afternoon, how are you? We're back on Thursday today. Do you know, I've really lost count of the days this week. I'm totally just nonplussed about the days. Right, today we're doing a worry monster. Sarah's in Amsterdam, living it large with her husband Philip, whose birthday is today, so happy birthday, Philip. I've got loads of things to show you in the shop, loads and loads of fabrics. I want to try and get them onto the system first. Yesterday did not go according to plan. I did plan I was going to show you all the fabrics yesterday. I was going to do open the box, what's in the box, but I never got around to it. It was just one thing after another, and it just went completely wrong. So we're going to do Worry Monster today. It's really simple. I've made it simple. I was going to put a zip in it, and then I thought, why am I doing that? Why would I go out of my way to put a zip in it when there are a lot easier things to do with it out there? So this is my Worry Monster. Okay, now the idea is that the child can write down, or you can get those little people, you know, the worry people, so you can make a little doll that they could tell their worries to, and then it pops in there. Okay, so if you have she says, looking for something small, you have a post-it note by it, they could write their worries down and then just pop it in there. Okay, and I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with it. As a parent, you go pull it out and try and sort out the worry for them, so it makes it look like the worry monster is done. So I used felt, but you could make them out of fabric and make legs, just sew them all up. So yeah, I thought he was really cute. He'd be quite nice for craft fairs as well. So really easy. Honestly, I made it as easy as I could. So we will, without further ado, we will go on and do this. A lady rang me last Wednesday, and ordered a wool pressing mat and some other stuff. I put all the other stuff into the post. The wool mats have turned up and I can't find your address anywhere. So if you were the lady who rang and I was going to send out the wool mat, please be in touch. Otherwise, I'm just waiting for you to get into touch with me. So we go from there. So who is there? Hiya, Anne and Linda. Linda, I've only just seen you. Karen, Ali. You all right, Ali? Natalie and Kate. How you doing? All the lovely people. Right, what am I doing? I'm going over here. So, I've chosen to use the chromaticity stuff. We use it a lot because we can't say it. So this is my monster. Okay, we call him Harold. Harold and Delilah, is it? So all I've done is I've used felt because it means that I haven't got to bundleweb it or anything. I just go round it. Okay. There's his teeth in his pocket. And I've got a simple way of putting those teeth in there. We don't have to cut anything. We can all start with the same size. And his feet and arms are just single. His horns I made double because you could then stuff them. And I just thought they'd stand up. You know, his arms won't stand up or anything. They're very floppy. And his legs, because they're just single pieces. I made these double so that they would definitely stand up. Okay, so I got all my bits cut out. Okay, So I have 3 pieces of the fabric that I want to use, 3 pieces, and I've cut them at 10 by 10.5. Now there will be some trimming down, okay? You can see that it doesn't quite come as big as what I've cut. So you want 3 of those pieces. I've put in an interfacing. Now I didn't have any of the flat interfacing, so I've used puffy interfacing. Slightly smaller than it's going to be my front piece. I wanted something a bit more to put my eyes onto. So I've just used the fusible fleece. Okay, so let's plug an iron in because we're going to need to fuse that. Okay, so I've also cut out some tufts, some teeth. We could probably cut that down a little bit there, like that, so it's even on. The last one was squared, so I made these pointy. And I've gone with neon pink. And I have just roughly drawn out hands, horns and feet. Nothing amazing. You can draw yours out any way that you wish. And then I've got eyes. Okay, I went with a little bit different shaped eyes as well, instead of just circles. So we are going to go over to the sewing machine. Now I notice it's white in there, so we're just going to deal with the white. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to iron my interfacing. I'm using H630, but you could use 250. It's just to give the fabric a little bit more buoyancy and stability. Okay, so I've ironed that. Now I went with this because it had spots and mottles in it rather than the stripes. I was going to use stripes, but I chose this instead in the end. So this is now stuck on there, and we are going to put our eyes on there. Okay, now I'm going to cross them over like that. It's pretty much in there. So we're going to go along, and all I'm going to do is just go around with a straight stitch. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go around. No, it's not going to go that way, is it? How am I going to do it? No, if I start there, go all the way round like that, all the way and up there. So if I start, I want this bit here. How am I going to do it? Well, if you do it like that, sir, if you cross that one over, that'll be a lot easier. So I'm going to start here and go all the way round to there and round to there. That works. That works for me and my thoughts of how I'm going to do them. You could put them bang smack in the middle or whatever you want to do. You can just put them on normal if you wanted. So let's go over to number 4. Hiya Karen, how are you? And Janice, how are you doing? Have you had your up yet? You doing all right? Okay, so we are going to just sew around here. Now it's got the 1/4 inch foot on it, so I'm hoping this is going to be all right. So I'm going to go here. Just take it easy going around the edges like this. I could come in a little bit. And we're going round like that. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Sarah and Phil have been up to If I took that under there, I don't need to cut it off then, do I? Been up to with their day. I'm sure it will involve doing a load of stuff. Last time they went to, I think they went to the tulip market. Was it that time? And also did a river cruise, which I'd like to do. That would be interesting. Okay, so I'm just coming along here. Next week, our lives, I'll do one on Wednesday lunchtime and probably Thursday lunchtime. There won't be one on Tuesday because I'm going with my daughter and my grandchildren to Pop Princesses. So we're going to search out my tutu box and get a tutu for everybody. Okay. My husband keeps thinking it's funny that I actually have a tutu box. Right, so I want to place my eyes. So we're just going to place them like that. Doesn't matter where your eyeballs are. Okay. Tuck that under there. And we're going all the way around. Now, at home I would probably change this to black. But I found that if you just sort of like squiggle on the felt, just give it a little bit of a rub, the stitches sort of disappear into it. So it doesn't really matter what colour you do them. That's one, and we're going on to this one. So yeah, some of the fabrics that I've got to show you. I've got the whole new cottage collection, cottage cloth collection there to show you. It is beautiful. If you liked the autumn one, this spring summer one is just amazing. It's definitely more of a rainbow, so you know I'm going to like this. It's less greens and more blues and pinks and stuff, so it's beautiful. So once we've got it onto the thing and I've shown you, we'll do fat quarter bundles. I think last time I did offer jelly roll cutting services as well, so I might think of that. Maybe. Play your cards right, I will. Okay, so we now have our eyes. Where are we? Okay, what am I looking at? 3. Not yet. Pre-assessment on 10th of April. Well, good luck with that. Hiya, Carol. How are you? And yeah, he knows me well. Why is he surprised? Of course, I've got a corset box and a tutu box. So, yeah, it's all... You've got to keep them in one place. Otherwise, you don't know where they are. Right, okay. Hiya, Marion. How are you doing as well? Right, so we have eyes. Okay, so now we need a mouth. All right. So, I'm going to take one of my pieces. Okay, make sure I've got the 10 by 10.5 bit, and we're just going to fold a bit of it down like that. So you're just going to fold your piece down. I'm going to do it straight because I think I would need more. I did think you could do it so that his teeth are at an angle, but I think you need a bigger piece of fabric for that. for you to be able to cut it back down to 10. Okay, so we're doing that. I'm going to put, I've got where I've drawn on the one side, that's my back side. Not my back side, my back side. And we're going to put that into the crease like that and fold the crease over. Okay, so you want the back of it, so you're going to have the back of it showing, and we're just going to put straight line of stitching all the way down here. Okay, so you're going to put it in so that I would, in order to do it so that you're thinking about it, bring the crease towards you. You don't need a big crease, just a little crease. It's big enough that I can slot my teeth in. Okay, and fold the crease back over so that you're looking at the back of your felt. If you've got writing on it, if you haven't, it don't matter. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and I'm just going to come along and do a single line of stitching right along there. You can pin it if you would like. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to put this stitch all the way down here. So it's just like a top stitch all the way down. Right the way to the end. There we go. There we go. So we have this, and this is at this point I'm thinking, I hope I've done it right. What happened? Did you not get the... We're making a worry monster. So we've put the stitches in there. Now, oh, there we are. Put the stitches in there. It's all right, my computer hadn't caught up with me. Now, you're going to fold these two fabrics together like this, okay? And when you've folded them, you now get no line on your pocket, okay? I mean, you can put a top stitch on there if you wanted to, but we now have no line. All right, so we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to trim that down. You can see that's the amount of gappage that I had. Overturn. So we're now going to cut this. Now you can you could cut this fabric bigger so that you're cutting it down so that it's half of it, but I'm just trimming it up like this. I start with a bigger piece than I actually need and then work my way through. Okay, so we want that like that. Goes on there like that. And this is now going to sit there. Okay, so you can see him already coming together. Now it's a little bit smaller on the side, but I'm going to do a bigger seam allowance, which takes that tiny bit into account. Okay, so you can see he's starting to come on. Right, we're going to take our horns. I have 4 bits of horns, and I'm just going to put a stitch all the way round to hold them together. Okay, like that. And we're going to actually put these on that way, I think. So we're going to take these and stitch these together. Hiya Melba, how are you? So we're just going to put a stitch all the way around. And I've used felt because it's a lot more forgiving and you don't have to worry about your shapes. You can use any shape with the felt because it just you're just going around the outside. You haven't got to think about turning it inside out, which is good when you do things like daisies. I think my book holder opener would have been a lot better if I'd have done a daisy in felt and put it on top of the circle. Okay, we're going along here. I'm a bit close to the edge at some points. Ah no, don't cut it! Okay. There we go. Now cut it. Oh, I missed the back. Oh, that's a real pain. Oh, there we go. And this one, we're going to do this one as well. We'll do the quick bit first. Now normally I wouldn't do this with my 1/4 inch on. I would put my normal foot and work out my 1/4 inch if I needed it. But so far we haven't done any 1/4 inch. So coming along here. There we go. Cut that. Okay, so we're going to cut this off here. Like that. Right. Well, these certainly aren't the Kay Buckley ones. Karen Kay Buckley. Right, so we're going to want his horns up here. His hands. Now I've got a thicker one, which would be his thumbs. So if you think your hand, when it's stuck out, is going to have thumb up, and his legs. Now I'm going to do this one. Do I do this one with his legs out? Yeah. So this one's going to have his legs out. So I need to put his legs in the position that I want them, but flat against him. Okay. His hands, I want his hands here, so I'm going to bring them in. Have a little bit, I've left enough that I can have a bit hanging over, and then repeat on the other side like that. So this bit is all going to get caught in my seam allowance. Now his horns, I want to have them going in because the other one went out. I was gonna, if you take your pinking shears and just make it a little bit, I haven't left myself a big enough seam allowance really, but just taking off little bits, it gives it a little bit more ruggedness to his horns. That sounds better. So just like giving it a bit of dimension to his horns. But you can do your horns any shape you want. They don't have to be the same as this. You could make his eyes completely different too. So we were doing it so that his horns went in like that. So we're just going to turn them over so that it's sticking out a bit, roughly in the place that you want them, like that. Now you could baste these into place, but because we're short time, we're just going to pin them in place. Okay, now we need to put his legs a little bit further apart because I'm going to leave my gappage here, all right, for pulling through. And it got a little bit tight last time. We just had new ones of these in the shop. These are the new magic pins. They're £12.95, but they're flat, like the flower ones, but they go in so smoothly. They're beautiful. We've also had new magic pickers, unpickers, seam rippers in, and also the glue, Dip and Dab glue by Roxanne, if you want to have a look at them up. They're not on the website yet. I think the magic pins are, but the others aren't. Right, so I've pinned all the relevant points. Okay, I'm going to make sure that that doesn't move, so we're going to stick another pin in there. Okay, I don't want to lose my corner, so I'm going to stick another pin in there. She's got all the magic pins here, and again I want that corner to like that. Oh, we might as well do the other corner because I'm at it. There we go. I've got enough pins in there, do you think? Okay, so I'm going to do bigger than 1/4 inch all the way around, leaving a gap here. Okay. I'm glad you like it, Meg. The girls have got one each. So I'm going here and I'm going to take my 1/4 inch guide slightly in from the edge, and that way I know that I'm going to catch everything. So it's just, things are still shifting. Okay. There's no reason why you have to make it square either. You could make it any shape that you want. I just went for easy. Oh. I'm losing it down the teeth. Hang on. Okay, there we are. I'm going all the way round. We're just going over his horns. Yeah, the top of the horns, maybe going round in a spiral is not the easiest way, but I wanted a bit more than just straight horns. You might as well go for quirky horns if you can. Close. All that under. There we go. So we've gone all the way around. So we are now going to unpin it because you can't do anything while it's pinned. And get those out of the way. They are sturdier than the flower ones. They seem a lot better. So we're going to cut these off. They also slid into the fabric better. So we're just chopping off the bits of the felt that is sticking out, because we don't need all that amount of felt. And I'm chopping off my corners, because we want nice flat corners, sharp corners. Trimming that off. Oh, last one. Peek. There we go. So we now have our monster. We're now going to turn him out. Right, tip. If you turn your seam allowance over and finger press or iron it into place before you turn it out, like that, when you come to ladder stitch it afterwards, you've got a line to follow. So, right, so we're now going to turn this out. I've tried to leave a bigger gap this time. Oh, loads of room. Loads and loads of room. Oh, there we go. I turn him out the right way. The knitting needle. I'll put him in the yawl. There we go. One point. See, there is a point to it. Another point. Oh, look, his mouth is all... There we are, that's much better. He had his foot in his mouth. That's normally my job. So we push him out here. Now I just put a bit of stuffing in there. It doesn't have to have stuffing, especially as I've put the wadding in there. There's quite a bit of puff to him, but I just added a bit of stuffing. So see here where I've finger pressed the seams, it's a lot easier now to see where you're supposed to sew it up after you've stuffed it. And there is monster number 2. So I have 2 monsters. What do you think, Meg? Do you think the girls will like them? So it's Harold and Delilah. Well, that's what I'm calling them anyway. So there you go. There's our monsters. So where are we? So what do you think? I thought they were quite cute. So I am interested, if you make them, please do put pictures of your monsters up. I would like to see what you have chosen, what shapes and everything. The fabric is amazing. I would be surprised if you don't have it, Ali. Oh, one of the fabrics to go on is the new Gradients Aura. I've got that on the boltage. That's got to go on as well. So that'll be what we're doing this afternoon. Where's that come from? There you go. So yes, to Harold and Delilah, they're my worry monsters. So I'll get that stuff tonight and finished. And the girls can have them on Sunday when they come for lunch. Okay, that's it. That's me. There'll be 2. I will see you tomorrow. I will do a quick skirt of all the things. It won't be a what's in the box because I can't do the opening and pulling with the phone in the hand. But I will let you know what we have in the shop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Gradients is going on hopefully tonight after I've seen me mum, or this afternoon, but I will post it. As I put them on, I will post it up. So yeah, block of the week will be Wednesday next week. I've got something a little bit different. And I've no idea what I'm going to do Thursday yet, but Sharon will be asking tomorrow, so I better have a look. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.